We're starting off high.
We can get
I think
two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
there was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
no, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
Trust a human to raise back wolves.
before I would trust a pack of humans to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you.
In there.
Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings.
It'd be me.
And joining us live for the back for the very first time, we got Shelby coming out of Tampa? Oh no, Shelby got an echo. We're gonna have to fix that.
Tell him to turn his radio down.
Shelby, you gotta find some headphones, dude. Where my headphones at? Turn my headphones up.
Did I put mine in?
No, you ain't got an echo.
No, I don't got a microphone on the headphones that I got.
You should be all right though. You could have a.
No, it's the TV. Hold on, I'm turning it down now.
All right, you good then?
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, and then we got Gordon. See,
Oh, yeah.
we are getting echo.
What's up, space, airspace. Hello, internet space. Hello out there. Hello,
What's
everyone.
going on?
Hey.
Oh
I'm here.
man, Gordon's here.
But how's my audio? Is there an echo?
Your audio's good. It's all Shelby, so I might have to mute him till he can grab some headphones and put them in. You don't need him. You don't need a mic in the headphones. You can just have the headphones in.
Oh.
I don't know that technology. I just know that
In the
echo
meantime, I
is
gotta mute
that
Shelby.
reverb is mean, G.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what happens when you miss sound check at 9 o'clock. All right, we didn't communicate that though, so that's on me.
There's no sound check.
Hey man, we official here. We usually do a sound check at 9, especially with new guests. But I wasn't gonna be up here until 9:10 anyway, so fuck it. So what is going on, Cliff? How's your week been?
It's been a week. It's been one of those.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
It's been one of those.
I was on site for 2 days, leading sessions with like 50, 60 people.
What's on site? Oh,
I was actually in the office,
location.
in a building, like with people, and I forgot how fucking exhausting being with people all day is.
And what are they answering to you, or what? They're looking to you for direction or what?
So I was facilitating a couple of workshops across our executive team and our partners' executive team.
Okay.
So really just making sure that like we had a certain comfort level with how the project program was going and making sure that we are ready for this big launch in June that we have, where we are basically converting all of our back-end systems to this vendor. And this is a homegrown shop that has built shit from the ground up since day one, and it sucks. And moving it over to something to industry standard sucks. So it's a lot.
It's a lot of jargon. I don't understand much of that.
Exactly.
And by the way, if
I'm being honest, neither do I.
And you know, like I'm new to the podcast world, so if I ask a question that's gonna take us down a boring
don't worry.
Just let me know.
Don't worry. Cliff will shut you down in a heartbeat.
So we don't get there because I'm not trying to derail the podcast.
I usually do that. I'll shut it down if I get too bored.
We still getting feedback from Shelby. Shelby sound like he getting an echo about 3 seconds after everything.
I wonder what that is though, because if he's just on with his phone.
I don't know. Shelby, are you using other stuff?
No, when I put the headphones in, I couldn't hear shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't do the technology shit, man.
Listen, I don't understand, because if you on your phone, you shouldn't be good. You got one of them Metro PCS joints.
Oh, you might want to dial in through your phone then. That might work better.
Yeah. Because everybody else refresh is fast.
So Shelby, call back in on your phone. And we'll
come in on the phone.
I muted you again, so you can't talk anymore. All right.
He time out at my guy.
Gordon, what's going on, man? How you been?
I don't know. You tell me. What do you want to know? There's a lot going on with me.
There's always stuff going on. What's
first coming to mind?
Trying to fuck bitches.
I know that's right.
Trying to make money.
Right.
You know,
the intangies.
I mean, what's funny is he said trying on all those things.
Listen, that's all we all doing, baby.
Yeah, we're all trying.
Some of us are doing.
I'm not gonna act like I'm some kind of expert. I'm not gonna act like I'm having all the success in the world. But you know, that's me living life, having fun, making money. You know, just I guess for a while I was meditating a lot. I was trying to get very spiritual.
Well, that's what's up.
Hey,
why you say for a while? What stopped that?
That's a good question. Just I don't know.
Either something went right or something went wrong.
Yeah.
Why you stopped.
I think maybe
grounded.
I felt like I needed to focus more on the business part. So I got more focused on that. And it seems like they exist in kind of different realms. If you're dead set focused on making money, it's going to be a little bit less spiritual. And that realm is a little different. You know, I'm kind of the fusion of them both because I'm in sales, right? But they're different realms. So if you're spending a lot of time in the business realm, you got to kind of focus on that. Right. And then if you're spending time in the spiritual and the self-improvement, you got to focus on that, you know?
Right. But I mean, the happy medium is the place you want to be, I guess.
Right. It's all balance, right? That's what we talk about.
Yeah. But like, I think the idea of balance, I don't know who talked about this. Like, I do listen to a lot of like self-help people too.
Podcasts or like.
Yeah, podcasts. Who can I throw out there? There's a guy named Derek. He's actually from the pickup world, Real Social Dynamics, and he's just one of the OGs. And he actually just started doing business, and that's just all he focuses on is just business. And so he's all about making money now, and that's all he does. And he's real good. He talks about, you know, investments and all that stuff.
Okay, so when you said self-help, you went straight to business. So you wasn't on no I was thinking you was on some like what's dude's name? Now I'm drawing a blank.
For what?
You know, like I'm thinking like you said, like you were getting more in touch with your spiritual, right? And when we talked to self-help, the first thing you said was the business side of it. So what are you doing to help yourself? You
In
know what I
terms of-
mean?
In terms of like business or spiritual?
The spiritual is what I was interested in.
Well, so for a while it was meditation. There's a book by Eckhart Tolle. You ever heard of Eckhart Tolle? Eckhart Tolle.
I've heard the name.
Yeah.
I don't know
Mike,
the work.
Mike, you heard of Eckhart Tolle?
Yep.
He's got one book called A New World, The Power of Now.
I've heard of that.
The Power of Now is a great book. And then there was another guy called Master Shinsen Young, and he was all about like meditation. But his audio, it was like an audio product, and I never got too deep into it because when I started listening to it, I would always be driving this was actually in Columbus when I started listening to it, but the product is like hours, and I just never, you can't do it passively. You have to actively.
I know what you mean.
Figure out.
But that's what it is. Spirituality.
Right. Meditation's all about. I mean, those kind of things when it comes to meditation are usually like guided meditation stuff.
Yeah.
Like
so fast forward, do you think any of that helped at all? Help guide you, help get you to where you are, you know?
Well, that depends if you consider where I am positive or negative, or
right.
if you want to be where I'm at, you know?
Right.
Well, this is about you, man. So is it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, fair enough. You know, I like where I am right now because I'm very, I think I'm expansive right now. I'm comfortable with where I am in life, even though this is it right here. It's a room. Now it's in a nice house. It's not my house. I'm in this, like, it's this white, no, it's not even white. It's a suburb in DFW. It's a diverse suburb.
Right.
So it's good. It's very diverse. It's good like that. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, obviously, right? So this house is probably like a $400,000, $500,000 house, but I'm just in this room. But you can tell it's nice because look at the ceiling. Do you see the corners?
Nice framework.
I mean, it looks
corners that's a crown molding. Do you see that? That shit's fancy. There's wood floors. Look at the floors. It's wood floors.
Man,
but I'm just in this room, so you know, it's way better than the place I was at. Anyhow,
you're making me think about the $500,000 house I just gave up in Bexley. So
there you go. There you go. What happened with that?
I let her
Let's
keep
talk
it.
about that.
I let her keep it. That's all there is.
And
I had a house to go back to.
It's all money.
Oh, so
ain't good money.
you had a second house.
I never sold the first house I bought when I moved back to Columbus.
Ah, okay.
That's the ace in the hole, baby.
No doubt. It made it real easy to walk away.
The plot thickens. Yeah, I didn't know that. Didn't know you bought that house or bought another house.
But all money ain't good money, and all homes ain't good ones.
That's true.
You're comfortable. Your comfort zone is your comfort zone.
And usually, whether or not a house is good is depending if you enjoy the company you keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
I'm pretty sure I could be comfortable anywhere, depending on who I'm around. And if it's just me, it's real easy.
That was a nice intro, but let's jump this off. Anybody have some inadvertence?
Well, first I want to check and see if Shelby's there or not. Shelby, Are you with us?
It says Galaxy Note 10, but he's muted. You're muted, Shelby.
Shelby trying to figure shit out. It's all right.
Right, he over there.
The video's off too.
My inadvertent thought for the week was just, I forgot how exhausting being around people is, man.
See, that's crazy.
Like there are things that, like, COVID has changed a lot, right? Me having to be around people all day is one of them. And it is one thing being around a bunch of high schoolers that you can yell at and you can direct and, you know, yes, you're going to have to deal with a little bit of attitude or back talk. It is a different thing when it's adults that you have to be respectful and, like, get them to move along without being rude about it. And that's a skill set I have, but it's exhausting to use it for, let's see, we were in 4 2-hour sessions a day. So it was 8 hours total. And I had meetings in between the sessions. So it was 9 hours total on site the last 2 days. Trying to guide a bunch of grown folks with, like, on stuff that honestly I'm not an expert in, but I'm
and
good
you know
at
what's crazy?
finding the rhythm. Go ahead.
They're coming back on site too, so
Right.
they're probably in that culture shock of not being around people that way
Right.
as well.
Yep.
So it makes everything a little more weirder.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I had to get up
More weirder.
like
Right.
and the thing is like I was pacing around the room like throughout all of these just to kind of keep the conversation moving and show that I was in control of the room. And like when conversations started to veer off into things that weren't relevant, I'd have to be like, all right, I think that's a good point, but we're going to put that in the parking lot and we're going to leave it there.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back to it tomorrow. Like,
yeah.
so I'm trying. So my inadvertent was, what else? What are things like that for anybody else in terms of like going to the store again and not having to wear a mask, shit like that? Like, what are the things that have tripped you out about things starting to go quote unquote back to normal? And maybe that's a Columbus thing, because I mean Shelby down in Florida, they never gave a fuck anyway.
I
they
don't
never
want
cared.
shit, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen any change really though.
Yeah.
Like, other than when it first hit, of course, like when it first hit, everybody was on that. But now, like, I still see people wearing masks. I still wear masks from time to time.
Oh, see, when Monday this week hit and the mandate for Columbus went away.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I haven't worn one since.
Yeah, I stopped. I gave up. I don't know. I caught it twice, I think.
Did you?
And yeah, like I lost my sense of taste for like 6 months and smell for 6 months.
God.
Yeah, it was a long fucking time. It was a long time.
That's crazy.
Shelby,
but,
what were you?
I just figured, I don't know.
Well, the only reason why I do it is shit. My parents asked me to, or my mom asked me to for my grandparents. So
sure,
they don't care.
I can respect that. I would respect that.
I do.
Y'all
I wear it when I
vaccine?
feel like it's a little deep in here. Let me put this mask on.
Yeah.
Shelby, what were you trying to say?
Hold on, say that one more time.
No, I said, what were you trying to say? You were about to chime in.
No, I said I haven't worn a mask since it's been a while.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to
Florida.
Right.
I
wouldn't either if I was in Florida. I don't want nobody looking at me crazy.
Well, no, I mean that's the thing. You got to play it smart, but yeah, nobody really gives a shit, and everybody's so burnt out now at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Yeah. Everybody's burnt out.
I mean, I get it. I've been the one to say it on podcasts. I think like with the lighter variants, this is the time everybody should catch it.
Yeah. Well, that's
build up an immunity.
And I got lacked after I got it the last time because I figured I already had some built up immunity. So at that point, it is like, fuck it.
Right.
And my body, I didn't get too sick, so I figured I could handle it if I did get sick.
Yeah. Well, and Shelby, I hate to break it to you because I don't know that I ever told you this. Found out that when you stopped by after Christmas Eve, I'd been exposed 3 days earlier.
Oh yeah, I told you.
Yeah, you did send me that text. But yeah, no, I was good. I ain't had no symptoms or nothing.
Well, that was my thing. Like, one,
Yeah,
I
did,
was,
but I don't think it was at that instance.
yeah, and I think, and honestly, like, triple vaccinated, had both shots, had a booster, still got it because
you
COVID.
You had, right?
because COVID is sexually transmitted.
Right. It definitely is. That's the only way to catch it.
Yeah.
Amen.
So how
I
many
got
sluts have been out
vaccinated
here with?
too.
I'm just playing.
I got vaccinated.
And sluts go
got
for men
vaccinated
and
myself.
women.
Yeah.
And theys.
No doubt. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know.
I ain't get vaccinated or nothing like that.
So anybody else? Any other? Anything else on that track, or anybody got any other inadvertent thoughts to get us going? Cliff, you're usually good for one.
I got
so
one.
Wait, I just want to
No, go
understand
ahead.
the inadvertent. So explain to me how it works. Like this is something that has
Just
inadvertently.
an out of the blue thought you got, like just a thought that you just came.
Like
out
shower
of the blue.
thoughts.
I got a
Shower
couple
thoughts.
actually.
I've had many. Let me. Just how about dogs? Dogs should not be at food establishments. Chris D'Elia was talking about this on his podcast, and I've been talking about it for years. It just annoys the hell out of me when hippies or mostly females will bring their dog into like the grocery store or
Do they do that in
fucking
Texas?
restaurant.
Do they do that in Texas?
Yes.
I've
They don't
never
do it up
seen
there?
that here. Hell no.
Nah, you see that shit all the time down here.
Hell no.
Yeah,
I've never
Florida they
seen
do
that.
it. I'm sure.
Yeah, they did. They
It's
do
like-
it all the time.
Don't bring your fucking dog to Kroger.
I agree.
Or-
Unless it's a CNI
or-
dog or
If it's
I don't know
if
how
it's a
he's
service
going-
dog. Yes,
Right.
it's a service dog. I'm okay with that. But don't bring your fucking dog to the restaurant. Don't bring it inside. You know, leave it on the patio. Okay.
I've never
I've never seen
that.
this.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
See, that's dumb, right?
Y'all should have stayed in Columbus.
Listen, right? I don't know what the fuck that's about.
It's
And
I
even
guess
if
it's
it's
just
a
the fucking
service
culture.
dog,
It's the fucking.
How?
But you know what it really is? You know what it really is? So it's simps. Okay, that was the other inadvertent thought I wanted to run by you. Was like that video I sent you. So that's having to do with simps. Okay, and I can explain that here in a second. But it's simps, you know, bitch ass men appeasing females and saying, "Oh yeah, it's okay. Oh yes, take your dog everywhere." Yeah, because they can't get laid. And so they are like, "Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can do that. Yes, Julia. Yes, you can take your dog." It's some crazy dumbass shit. And they're just like, "Yeah, it's okay," because they can't get laid. And so they have no backbone when they're dealing with females. And that's where the shit comes from. And simps are more common. They are is this a good word? Pervasive. Let me know if that's a good word.
I think that's
Simps
a good
are
word.
pervasive. Ubiquitous. They're everywhere. So that's where that comes from. And that's the other thing that but I don't know if it's inadvertent, but that's the same thing with that guy who came out. He's like, "Hey, were you bothering my neighbor?" You know, like the bitch is like, she's like in her 60s or whatever. She's not even hot anymore. Right? She was once attracted. She was maybe once attracted. You know, she was like, she's older. So
Gordon's like, I still hit.
She's not hot anymore, but you could say maybe she's a handsome lady. You could tell that she was once hot. She was once attractive, right? Once upon a time. Hey, guess what? It ain't 1985 anymore, right? But once upon a time, she might have been hot. And this guy who looked just like Hank Hill, sounded just like him too, right? That guy comes out and he's like, "I'm going to defend my neighbor, right? I'm going to defend my neighbor who was assaulted by this door-to-door salesman because I'm gonna appease my female neighbor. I got to protect my female neighbor." And it's like, bro, I just knocked on her door. You know, like that's she didn't.
But we don't like your kind around here, boy.
That's what it was.
Listen, I was waiting to see how you approach, because from the sound of the story beforehand, it sounded like
inconvenience. She was slightly inconvenienced. That's all that it was. And you're coming here trying to save her.
I mean,
from being slightly inconvenienced.
So
that's a fucking simp.
So hot take here. I'm with the guy in the red shirt, Gordon. I don't like door-to-door salesmen either.
But all you gotta do is not answer the fucking door. I get up and I look out my window and I see him and they see me and I
just close it back.
But you know, and Mike, it's okay not to like them, but you don't go chasing after.
Oh no.
Prove some fucking point.
Now I will say that I have threatened Spectrum or Time Warner before that with, if you knock on my door again, I will fucking shoot you.
Hey, look, I almost put a gun out on Jehovah's Witness.
Nah, I'll deal with the Jehovah's. Like, I want to hear the good word and all that shit. And I'm nice to the religious folk that stop by.
I ain't know them at the time, and that shit kind of freaked me out a little high at the time, a little paranoid.
Oh, we know what Shelby gets like when he's paranoid.
Yeah.
Listen,
I ain't gonna put him on blast like that. All right.
Don't knock on my door all hard. Just don't do that. Because if a motherfucker knock on your door hard and you look out the window and you don't see a police car, your first instinct is, who the fuck is this? Like,
right.
Now I might answer my door with my shoulder to the screen. That's because I don't want you to see what's on the other side of my shoulder.
Fair enough.
But what is it that you want knocking on my door this hard? Now, from the sound of your story, it sounded like you was knocking on her second story bedroom window.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I saw the video.
So that's some simp bullshit. That's what that is.
I don't know.
But,
I mean, I think it can fall into the category, but I think that's so much more than just that. You know, I think that's
there's race potentially involved, and
I don't even. I mean, race definitely, but I would say even more than that, like a clannish mentality. You know, a neighborhood thing
of like the neighborhood. It's like the neighborhood against everybody else.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
I got that kind of vibe from the whole situation, and it was definitely weird. Like, and then the fact that I'm in Texas, don't follow me anywhere. You feel me?
I mean, let's be clear.
Walk up on me anywhere.
Let's be clear.
I don't know what you got, and you don't know what I got.
Right. And
so let's just keep our business to ourselves.
And let's be clear. You don't want to follow anybody like that in Florida either. We've seen what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that you might have to walk around with a leather glove. And just slap a motherfucker. How?
I challenge you to a duel.
You followed the wrong motherfucker. I'm a quick draw in this bitch.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That should be a skit. That should be like a. I mean, I think it already is a skit, but should be another. Should be another skit. Another.
You don't slap a man.
Challenge.
Let's get the writing, motherfucker. I don't know if people. I don't know how easily accessible fencing swords are, but
I mean, they do that kind of like.
That is not very right.
I've seen plenty of like YouTube prank shows where like they'll run up and just drop a squirt gun in someone's hand and then turn around and stop popping them. Like, that shit's funny to me. Or the best one is when they like hand somebody a lightsaber and then they pull another one out.
No, I don't know that. You down a whole different rabbit hole.
It's TikTok, man.
I saw there was a guy on a motorcycle who did that, and he pulled up to this hot bitch and he threw a lightsaber to her, and then he started dueling with her or whatever. And he hopped off the motorcycle and he was like, and he did that and he was like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride?" And then that was like his pickup.
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
I think girls girls are gonna just a pro tip. I think girls are gonna hop on the motorcycle.
Yes, they will.
They will. They will hop on the motorcycle with you. I don't have one, and I don't think I'm gonna get one.
No motorcycle.
I really want one.
Listen, I've wanted one for a while now.
Here's my problem:
I mean,
is
we
that
talked about it. We talked about it before.
Here's my problem with that.
They want me to get one too, so I can ride with him, but.
And my dad had one in the garage.
Right now.
Yeah, and my dad had one in the garage my entire time growing up, and I never saw the damn thing leave the garage.
Wow.
Oh, I used to be on the back of my dad.
Did he give you the reason why? Did he tell you why or what?
Well, and honestly, I probably wasn't old enough to ask and get the answer to that question anyways before he passed. But
yeah, that's my dad rode in high school, but he didn't. Yeah, but beyond, he never rode after his probably after college. I think it was probably because of me.
Yeah,
that he stopped riding. You know.
Shit, I remember being on the back of my dad. Well, it wasn't even my dad's; it was my grandfather. Never mind.
You gonna get somebody in trouble?
Yeah.
What's the statute limitation for
something you're not supposed to reveal itself?
I feel like your mom probably already knows.
Oh, I'm sure she knows, but never mind.
That's good that you're able to check yourself like that, because that's.
Oh, he does it frequently.
I don't know if I do that. I don't think I do that.
You clearly don't. You clearly don't. But nah, but everybody knows my dad's a maniac. Everybody knows I'm a maniac. So I mean, it's like the apple.
Yeah.
Doesn't
the
fall
apple
far
don't
from
fall,
the tree.
Right. I don't even think that motherfucker rolled too much. It just hit the ground. Must have landed in mud.
Landed in mud. The stem was poking up.
Right. Just stuck. Poop.
Think.
Shit. So.
That's funny.
Yeah, I plead the fifth on that one. I think I asked my own. I think I'm the motherfucking what's it called? I'm the defendant and the lawyer in this situation.
You're the prosecutor and the defending attorney.
Right, that's what I was looking for.
I got you.
I didn't about to fuck the whole shit up.
Can we talk for just a second about Shelby's glorious beard and how jealous I am of it?
Man.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I still got a
good. Yeah, that is good.
You've been growing.
How long did that take?
He said, "How long did it take? If he shave it, it's probably gonna come right back."
Nah, it'll take a minute to grow back.
Yeah, no, I mean that's I can get there. I've maybe have been there. I don't know, like that. That's just pretty full.
Yeah, it is. I'm super jealous.
Let's be fair. That's pretty full. Full beard right there. I can get
spotty.
close.
My shit's spotty on the side.
I don't think English can never get there. English could never quite reach where Shelby is. Is that fair, Cliff? Is that a fair statement?
No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't happen with me. That's fair. That's fair as hell. I'll be patchy than a motherfucker.
My problem is the connectors. I can't, like, right here.
Yeah, right here, and then like right at the jawline, it's just kind of sparse. That makes sense for me. I'd be looking French if I grew up.
See, I was thinking about, because I shaved today. That's why it's so clean. It's pretty clean, right? So I was thinking about doing the mutton chops.
The mutton chops.
Fun, just for some.
Right.
when I was playing rugby in high school, there was a ref, like the rugby ref would always show up with the mutton chops, and that shit, like it's just like it's like a statement thing to be doing that. It's like,
absolutely.
You know, it's like motherfucker, I'm from the 1850s or whatever. You know,
I challenge you to a duel.
I got a musket in my back pocket right now.
Yep.
In a leather satchel.
Satchel.
You don't know what a satchel is?
It carries my motherfucking musket.
This thing. Look.
Oh shit, y'all crazy.
All right, Clip. You got an inadvertent?
I got a couple, you know, because I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we're backed up on yours.
I remember last week's, right? Last week's was, why the fuck do they make children's vitamins taste like candy if you can get sick from eating them?
If you eat too many?
Yeah.
To get them to take their vitamins, man. Same reason they make children's medicine taste like bubblegum and toothpaste taste like bubblegum.
Well, why can't you do it like the mutton chops times and just mash it up in your food?
That's fair.
Because I feel like the candy shit is kind of dangerous, right? Because I ran into an issue. Not an issue.
But then it's got the child locks on it anyway.
The children's vitamins, is that correct?
No, no, they're not for me.
Hey man,
you said you ran into an issue.
Not mine. Listen, they take a couple bottles to put me down. I think I can get the monkeys, and I still be all right for real. But nah. As you know, Karma kept getting sick. She caught COVID and shit. And ever since then, she's been getting sick.
Gotcha.
Not nothing serious or anything like that, but like get a fever here and there. And got her some vitamins, of course, and they're gummies. And I was kind of, the parent in me was like, you should probably get her regular vitamins as opposed to gummies, right?
So that she doesn't just sit there snacking on them.
Not worry about her.
Yeah.
But, you know, she has her little brother and another little boy in the house with them. And if I'm giving them to you, I don't know where you're putting them.
Right. I
don't know that these children may not have access to them. And with them being gummies, it's just so tempting for a child to be like, and I don't give a fuck what you say about a child lock. You can get into that motherfucker if you need to.
I think the thing with
thinking about it.
See, vitamins wouldn't worry me as much. Now, like medicine would. Vitamins, honestly, if you OD on vitamins, what probably happens to like 98% of people is you just piss it out. Because if your body can't absorb it or metabolize it.
But what happens beforehand?
You might get like constipated or something. Or you might get like jittery.
Yeah, I'm not taking that chance.
That's fair.
I get it though. Yeah, that may be as simple as it is. I'm thinking throwing up and shit.
Yeah. Well, and throwing up's not fun.
No, it's not.
I got food poisoning like a couple weeks ago, and I thought I was gonna die. I hate it.
I hate throwing up.
I was like, you know, so I was, you know, fluid was coming out of my mouth. And it was also coming out of my butt.
Yeah, that's the last time I had that issue.
And I was sitting on the toilet. I was sitting on the
trash
toilet, and
can.
I was like, "Yeah, I had the trash can with me," and I just was like, "Oh, time to throw up. Time for it to come out the mouth. Time for it to come out the butt." They had a you know, oh no, oh wait, no, and then I thought, you know, I thought I was, well, hold on, I thought I was done, and then you know, like you get cleaned up, you get all cleaned up, get you know,
right,
get and I have like a little,
get your shit together,
like, yeah, get your shit together. So I have a little, this little thing I do. I'll get like some oil for wiping my ass. It's just kind of like, because I used to use the wipes. The wipes are bad for the plumbing, right?
Well,
So
you have to
You're
get
not
the.
supposed
some
to
oil.
flush them.
Let me tell you what you
Yeah,
get.
you don't want to flush. Don't flush the wipes.
Here's
That's
what you
bad.
get: is
Yeah,
you get a
yeah.
Hello Tushy. They are fucking incredible.
What is that?
It's a bidet that just hooks onto a normal toilet. I'm a believer now.
Oh, that's
Little
what
water
I
on the
wanted to do.
butt?
I wanted to
Oh.
do like an ad. I wanted to do it. I'm gonna do it later. I'm not gonna do it right now. But anyhow, so like I got some oil, for wiping the ass, right? And you get cleaned up, and then it's like you get back in the room. You're like, all right, I'm good, clean. I'm gonna, we're done. We're done with it. And then you hear like you get like some bubbling, and then it's like, oh no.
What did you eat?
And then you run back into the bathroom.
Do you
and
remember
it's
what
coming
you
up?
ate?
It's coming up top. It's coming down below. Oh, I think it was some jambalaya
It's
at
always
this
some
restaurant.
seafood.
Yeah,
Always seafood.
Yep. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It is.
Yep.
It's always seafood. That's crazy. Like, and you would never mind. I mean, but you would just think like, you're dealing with seafood. Like keep it refrigerated at least, right? Like this isn't. It's not Subway where you can just leave it in a little plastic Tupperware thing. Like it's seafood, right? So
Yes,
treat it
right,
as
correct. Yeah.
treat it as, leave it in the water. So you know what you're gonna do with it, shit.
I don't know. I just, I don't know if you guys ever seen like Gordon Ramsay, like with the Hell's Kitchen. He goes in there and he'll like go into the fridge and open the shit up, and then he'll have the restaurant owner smell it.
Oh, I don't watch shit like that.
Smell that. He's like, it's fucking disgusting.
Right? Yeah, I don't watch shit like that. Makes me not want to eat out. And then now that we don't eat out anymore and we're just Uber Eatsing, like I'm just like, I don't know
where this is coming from.
That's bringing right. me the food. Like I don't know.
I wouldn't be that worried about that. I wouldn't be too worried about the car.
No, it's the restaurants.
No, it's too many. There's too many. We're adding in more
variables.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair point.
And I was already uncomfortable with the dining and you making my food back in the back. Already uncomfortable with that. And then I'm watching Hell's Kitchen on top of that. And then on top of that, you're handing my food off to somebody else to bring to my door. Man. But I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to do it next week. And I'm going to just pray about it. But now you can't even pray over your
What
food.
Are you doing next week?
You got to pray over the driver as well, Lord Jesus, please. Help the driver not to do nothing to my food and the bad clothes, Lord. Let it be a staple of tape, a receipt over my food so I know he didn't open it, Lord. Just make sure that everything gets here safe.
The Asian restaurants always do that.
The staple.
Like staple over
the Thai, the Chinese. And then like, cause I was doing caviar for a little bit.
Caviar? What kind of lifestyle you live in?
It's just an app.
Oh, okay.
But what?
It's just DoorDash.
When was okay? Hot take before you finish this story. When was the first time you had caviar? Was it that app?
No. I've never had caviar from that. I mean, I've had it before, but it was like, a decade ago. I don't know. It's overrated. I'll say that. It's like lobster. Lobster. I was talking to this girl. Lobster to me is overrated. It's not good. It doesn't.
I've never really had lobster before.
Go to a strip club. It's like they have like a $10.
And get that food poisoning.
Yo, if you give me a lobster from a strip club, man, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, right.
And one of the girls probably got their dog in there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it ain't good, but like but like outside of the strip club lobster, like if you go get a good lobster, it's gonna taste like. I was trying to figure out how to describe the flavor of lobster tail. It's like,
crab.
It's like they combine crab and shrimp, is what I think.
Crab is good. I like crab. Shrimp is good. But lobster tail, it's like sharp. It's like sharp. Shrimp. Huh?
I'm not the biggest fan of shrimp. Shrimp, and I'm gonna tell you why. And everybody always looks at me like I'm weird. Shrimp gives me the same vibe, like the texture, as like your balls. You know what I'm saying? Like when I bite into a shrimp, I imagine that's what it would feel like.
You're imagining biting into some balls?
I don't know why
like it's like, because if you squeeze a shrimp,
I'm never gonna unhear that.
Well, now I can't eat shrimp anymore.
Same texture. Squeeze a jumbo shrimp and then go in the bathroom and tell me it's not the exact same thing.
It's not the same consistency.
Yes, and it bothers me. That's why I don't like shrimp, unless they're the little ones, like the little ones,
like the popcorn.
Or what they put in like shrimp Alfredo.
I like them raw. Exactly, like to put them in like some pasta or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a big shrimp guy, but crab.
Yeah, crab's good. I like crab. Crab's good. That's what I'm saying. Like people like this company I was working for. This guy was like, oh, when people say that status, food is for status, I think they just haven't had it. No, I've had lobster many times. I've had it many times. And it's never been good. It's not been good one time.
Well, that's interesting that you said that. When you say food is for status, you mean like the type of food you eat being like how much money you make type shit?
Yes. So it's like you're doing it for the status. You're not doing it for the flavor or the enjoyment. You're doing it because
I think I agree.
It's projecting status. And to me, that's what lobster is. You guys ever seen Cowboy Bebop?
There's Netflix joint or the comic book?
It's an anime from the 90s, 1998.
Well, I know they redid it on Netflix.
Maybe. Yeah, but I mean, the original was like from the 90s. It was an anime.
I definitely never seen the original. I started like
check it
an
out.
episode
it's
or two.
Pretty damn good. You should check it out. Just okay. Just saying.
It's a cartoon though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's good.
Okay. I might have to check it out.
You don't sound convinced.
I just don't like cartoons.
Yeah, no, it's good though.
And then the cartoons I do like are real dumb, like dumb cartoons. Like I'm not like I like.
Yeah, it's not dumb. It's a science fiction cartoon.
Yeah, anime is usually a little more refined than your typical cartoon or whatever.
Right.
Have you ever seen it, Mike? Have you ever seen Cowboy Bebop?
No, but I mean, I'm familiar with it.
You would love it. You would love that show.
My thing is time, dude.
You said what?
Said my thing is time, but yes, I agree with you from what I've heard.
Yeah, you'd like it.
Was there a point to bringing up Cowboy Bebop with lobster? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
No, they just had an episode. They had an episode where they were talking about this Jupanutian rat, and they were like, the Jupanutian rat, people like to eat it, but they eat it because of the status that it brings. It doesn't taste good. They're talking about lobster.
The rat of the sea.
Is it though? Because I know that they say that like the shrimps and the crabs and all that bullshit is the roach of the sea, right? But if you had to place them,
Yeah, they say that about lobster.
if you had to place them in order, though, is it that lobster is harder to catch that makes it more expensive? Because it's really the only thing that would make that meat expensive is them harvesting it. So I would imagine if you're getting everything fresh, the lobster is harder to catch than the shrimp.
Well, and I think that's the thing. Like, I don't ever see, like, you don't go to a restaurant and get to pick out your crab. You get what you get, right?
Right.
But usually, if there's a restaurant that is specializing in lobster, it's fresher. Yeah.
Right.
So I wonder if it's that. It's the fact that they have to keep it like it doesn't refrigerate or freeze well, and it has to be fresh, kind of deal. I don't know.
Well, none of it really does. The only thing that refrigerates or freezes well is that artificial crab that comes in vacuum sealed.
That's not even real crab.
Right. But that's the only thing that freezes well that will still taste the same texture when you unthaw it and cook it.
That's correct. Seafood is not good like when it's thawed. It's not.
It's gamey.
You bring up a really interesting question about. Say that one more time about how
you would imagine that the lobster would be the hardest to catch.
And why can't we pick our own crab?
Right.
That's a really interesting question. I've never heard that before. But that's really interesting.
Fools agree. I don't even know what we agree on.
But never heard it before. That's an excellent question.
I don't know.
Yeah,
see?
I'm interested to know that.
Now we have to look it up.
Because I mean, most of the only reason why it comes to mind is because if you ask most people, I think that Gordon's absolutely right. People like crab, but status-wise, most people would say lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be a rarity thing too. Like crab is probably more abundant, easier to catch. Like lobster is closer to the ground, like sea floor.
You talk about rabbit holes. The dude, because Gordon, I don't know if you've seen them. I know you go down rabbit holes with me. I've been on rabbit holes with Marines that like build like their own like.
You've talked about this
shelter, like they'll build it underground and shit.
Episode of you guys that I was listening to was outdoors.
Now, it's another guy that I got hip to from viewing those videos that goes out and hunts his own lobster, and you can find them like in marshes and like he doesn't just go to the beach. He's finding them everywhere. So not everywhere. It has to be a place where they're at, but it makes me think maybe they are that easy and nobody's just going out and snatching them
to
up
the right
like
places.
Yeah. Kind of related. Kind of not. So in Columbus, me, my sister, and my father went out on the outskirts of Columbus looking for morel mushrooms. You know about those, Mike?
Yeah, those are the big mushrooms, right?
What?
Those are the bigger mushrooms, right?
Portobello mushroom?
No, they look like sponges.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
But they're really expensive at the store. But they're available everywhere. If you just go outside of the city, they're there.
Yeah, I know somebody that picks them.
But if you get the wrong one, they can be poisonous.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
Mushrooms are kind of dangerous.
They are.
They're dangerous. You know? But we did that. I remember we did that a couple times. We went out because we were living outside of the city, like out in Blacklick, right? That's why, hence the name, right? And we just went out, just looking for these. And my father was like, "Let me take these kids because they're closer to the ground." You know, like,
you guys were truffle pigs.
They'll see them before I would. Let me take them out there.
Yeah, these kids are gonna see them before me. That's funny. That's some funny shit. But those mushrooms are expensive though. That's the reason why.
I know somebody that picks them, but what are they? Do they taste good? Do they make you hallucinate? Are you gonna see God? What's the? Is it one of those things where are they a lobster?
It's all flavor, but I think mushrooms are good.
I like a mushroom.
I like mushrooms.
As a kid, I didn't.
I fuck with mushrooms. Mushrooms are good.
As
but no,
kid,
there's no hallucinogenic properties. I don't think. Maybe there is.
Maybe that's why they're so flavorful.
Now that would be what's up. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. That would be what's up if they were like a delicacy and you get a little
and you got high
music type shit.
The what kind of music?
Just seeing it, like I can see notes in the air.
Seeing notes,
right? Like I think I could play the piano if you put me down in front of it right now. Like one of them kind of trip. Not just.
I mean, I don't know where those mushrooms. I mean, have you guys ever?
I might have to text the dude or message the dude that I know that picks them.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that you know a guy that picks mushrooms. Isn't it just weird? It's just weird.
I don't think that's what he does for a living. But all I see is like he'll post like his find. It's almost like fishing. I'm sure it is to people like that. Yeah,
it is. It is like fishing. That's a good analogy. It is just like that.
Because he always posts his find, and some are bigger than others, and I'll be looking like, well, what's the deal with those? You know, because I see comments like people ask for them and all that, and I never knew. They just look like ugly mushrooms to me.
That's right.
Like with holes in them.
Like what? Wait, say it again.
With holes in them, they look like they.
That's them. That's them. Yes, those are the morel mushrooms. Mm-hmm. They, but they're. I mean,
get dad one of them so he could put a couple in his new recipe he had coming out.
Something.
Listen.
Yeah.
Shouts to what's the website, Mike?
Is it blacklickspice.com? I mean, why are you asking me? Gordon's right here.
Because you had it all right set up. I don't know.
I'm not really the spokesperson. I'm not,
You're not the spokesperson, but you know.
Blacklick Spice. Type it into Google, it'll pop up.
There you go.
By lineage.
Yes.
Let me find out. He gonna come out with a morel hallucinogenic mushrooms hot sauce.
There's one called Black Nocino. Oh, I was gonna say there's a mush. It's not mushroom. It's walnut. It's like a walnut liqueur. Nocino it's an Italian walnut liqueur. I've never had it before, but I've had the hot sauce. The hot sauce is pretty good.
Nice.
So
what's
going on? Yeah.
Find it at Blacklick Spice. I might need to check that. I don't want to know.
We need to hook up Blacklick Spice with Bison Botanics and get some shit going here.
Maybe what's that?
So Bison Botanics is a CBD THC shop in Buffalo, New York. They actually
shit like that.
They actually gave us a CBD infused hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm just saying, there's a market.
That might be interesting.
That may not work in Texas, though.
You can't call it the Black Bison.
We can open up some combo. The Black Bison combo. Yeah.
There you go. The Black Bison. I like it.
But
I mean, speaking of which, for some reason people always like when they see a bison they say buffalo, and that annoys the hell out of me.
Me. I'm one of them.
You're one of those people that annoys the fuck out of me.
Hands up, I'll say
you
that.
too, Shelby? Hold on.
Yeah,
Shelby, are you one of those as well?
Yeah.
Well, me and Shelby. But you know what's aggravating is that that that's not what it is.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't even know that.
That's what's even more aggravating.
We still in the same boat, baby. I don't know the difference. I was about to say, well, what's the difference between a bison and a buffalo? I know one ain't a girl.
I thought bison was like the plural of buffalo.
No,
that's buffalo.
They're different animals. Buffalo.
It's the buffalo.
Right? Yeah, Buffalo.
Buffalo is the
yeah,
plural.
Buffalo's
Buffalo.
No, Bills
Buffalo.
is the plural of Buffalo. Come on now.
Man, fuck you.
And if you want to know which one's the lead Buffalo, it's called the Josh Allen.
Who's that? Is that the current quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
The MVP quarterback.
He's
Yes.
a dog, though. He's a dog. I think he's up there. I think he's top 3. I will give him that. But we don't know now. We ain't gonna turn to hit the showers, but we don't know now that Deshaun Watson coming back.
Well, we'll
I've heard
see.
the name. I have no clue what it means.
They picked
I
him
know
up?
he's
Dude,
good,
they
right?
Hit the showers, huh?
They picked him up?
No,
thought
nobody's
he
picked up Deshaun yet. Deshaun's still in the same boat
Yeah,
where he's not playing for
he's still going
Texas,
through that shit, man. I
but
don't know
he's
if he...
cleared. He's good now. So now the floodgates are about to open.
What was the clearing process? Why was he getting cleared? What happened?
Because they said he had 22 charges of sexual misconduct or something like that.
Wait. That was the Houston Texans, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, but he just got cleared.
He was getting massages. Is that what it was? He was getting
Mhm.
massages. I've gotten a massage before.
Man, he was knocking on a second story bedroom window.
I've gotten one of those. And she put my shoes on. She put my shoes on afterwards. That was so nice. Very good service. Very good service. She was like, "Oh no, Mr. Gordon, here, here. Where's your foot?" Because I took my shoes off.
I'm about to piss on myself. I'm about to mute. I gotta piss.
Hold on, I took my shoes off. So I took off my shoes, and afterwards she was like, "Here's your shoe." Here it is. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, I slid my foot in. Slid my foot in there. and then she gave me the other shoe. She gave me the other shoe. I slid my foot into the other shoe. And then I left, and then I walked out. The lady there. So there's a lady, an older lady, who's like she's the receptionist. She's not really the receptionist. She's actually the manager.
I was about to say she's actually the madam, but
she's the madame. Yes, exactly. She's the madam, and she had on like a apron. It's a certain kind of apron. It's like the kind that's on the front and the back. You seen that kind?
Yeah.
The front, back, the front.
Ties on the sides.
I'm done with him.
Back eight. Say it again, Mike. It's
Ties
the front,
on
back eight.
Ties on the side.
Yes, there's like an opening on the sides. Ties on the side. Ties over here. It ties, and then it ties over here. Ties over here.
I'm about to have abs after this episode. I'm about to get my abs back, baby.
And she was like, "Did you have fun?"
Can't deal with him. I can't deal with him anymore.
And I was like, "Yeah, it was good. It was good." And
I gotta use the bathroom.
And Kane. Okay. See you next time.
Hey man, live your life.
But it was a good time.
Sounds like it.
Just anybody. I think anybody should go. I think you should go, Mike. You should definitely go.
I don't do anything I have to pay for these days, bro. Oh man.
Anyhow,
I don't know how we follow that
was
up. Well, Shelby, you've been quiet. What's going on, man?
Same shit, different day, man. Just out here working and trying to keep my head above water. Stay out of trouble in the process.
Staying out of trouble. That's good.
Yeah, trying to.
And your mom's came back up here, right?
Yeah, she's back. She's out in like Gahanna.
Okay.
Out there off of like
Gahanna.
North Road.
Nice.
Well done. All right.
I mean, technically it's Columbus, but it's like right there on that border.
Yeah, that cusp. I get it. There's a lot of that in Columbus these days, where it's like Columbus taxes, but ex school or whatever. So
yeah.
How do you ever go back to the old house? You ever have you been back there?
I mean, I've driven past it, but I haven't really like gone in.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I guess maybe not gone in, but just been over. Maybe just to look at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually like just in the process of like being in the area, like I'll just like drive by, just because I'm going somewhere that passes by it. But I don't really go out of my way to go see it.
Yeah.
Let's see what we going to see.
I mean, Gordon, I walk by your old place all the time. Like, I'll walk down to Franklin Park from where I'm at, and that's usually my turn to head back.
What's it look like? But what's it?
There's a lot of like science is real and like social justice signs out front.
Science is definitely real.
I agree.
Science is absolutely real. 100% it's real.
And then they did some nice work with like the fence and stuff.
It's so fucking stupid, man.
I feel like Clint's only halfway into what was just said, but but it's hilarious.
See, this is the shit that I miss, though. Like,
hold on, is it not real?
It's real.
It is real. It is real.
It's Israel.
Israel.
Gasoline.
Ukraine.
Putin.
Well, we just got demonetized. All right.
Right. I think we said 4 words we should have said.
But this shit right here
might be the top.
This shit right here is the stuff I miss. Like, when was the last time the 4 of us were? I mean, this is together virtually, but when was the last time we had this?
Right.
No, it's been a while.
It's been a hot minute. New Year's when Gordon left the car running. Was Shelby here for that?
Oh no! I left it. Hold on. Car running?
He said, "Oh no." Yeah, I mean, Mike.
Gordon got the cops called on my house. Yes, all of these things are true.
That, you know what? That's not the only time that's happened. Don't let me act like that's never happened before.
So the best part of it though is the cop that came to the door was like,
there was police.
Oh yeah, no wait. This story is perfect. So someone called and basically said like, hey, there's a car outside running. It's got the lights on. It's just sitting out there. And the cop comes to the door, knocks on the door. We are all passed the fuck out. So this is all, I think, my soon-to-be ex-wife at this point. And they look at her and they're like, the car is registered to the house, ma'am. It's like the killer is inside. It's like, oh shit, that's Cliff's car.
Like, who is this just posted outside the front of the house?
Oh man!
Wow.
The car is registered to this house.
So bad, man. That's the thing. That's gonna be a thing of the past. Like, nobody's gonna be driving in like 5 years. People are just gonna be Ubering everywhere.
Well, it'll all be automated in one way or another. You won't. I mean, the Uber will be.
It's gonna be automated. That's exactly right. Yep.
I don't know about 5 years. We don't have the infrastructure for it yet. Like, we would have the capability in 5 years. We won't have the infrastructure for probably another 30.
What about the 5G towers? I see the 5G towers popping up everywhere.
They cause cancer, man.
They cause cancer, right? They were talking about that. They're like people who are like, oh, 5G's the devil, and like I look at them.
5G causes COVID.
I've seen the 5G towers in downtown Dallas, like in the middle of the commercial districts. So I know that it's safe because they're putting it amongst white people. I know that it's safe.
That's a good call.
That's a good call.
Is that not? That's not.
Yeah, no, I go off that logic, that measurement of safety. If it's safe for whites, it's definitely. Well, I don't know, because then when we talk about vaccines, we didn't talk about how white folks design it for white folks. So I don't know if this is going to work the same for me.
Oh,
they didn't
have an adverse
that's
reaction.
An interesting point. That's an interesting point. Yeah, we're all genetically different, right?
They definitely didn't test it on black folks. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right. They didn't.
They still trying to do that right now.
Cliff, look outside. Did they put one up yet?
They still trying to do that. We seen Tuskegee, motherfucker.
Yes, my uncle was talking about that shit. I mean, that's real. That actually happened.
It did.
Real American history. Real American shit.
Black Wall Street is also real, or was.
Yep. That's another real thing. Nobody knows about the Black Wall Street. That's like that's interesting stuff.
They're working on it. Actually, I'm trying to remember I think Will Smith was actually involved with it, not as an actor or anything, but he was producing it or sponsoring.
My people from Oklahoma.
From it. Was that
Iowa? Huh? Where was it from? Oklahoma, right?
Yeah. The Black Wall Street's Oklahoma. Yeah.
My lineage go back there, motherfucker. I need mine. There was a Jordan Jennings bank owner in that motherfucking town. I just know it.
Probably.
Wouldn't that be funny? I got two last names. I'm like a Mexican. I got double the
chances.
Double your fun.
Wouldn't that be funny if you go back? We all went back like 100 years ago to see our ancestors. That should be pretty funny to see. Like Cliff's ancestor is a straight edge banker in Oklahoma.
Right.
Cowboy hat and all.
The world turned us this way. The world turned us.
He's got two kids. He has two kids. He's got a house and a fucking fence and a car. Oh, well, not a car, but what would you have back then?
A horse and buggy.
A horse. He's got a horse. He's got a horse and buggy.
And his wife has one of them frilly dresses that hang down with the layers past the horse.
Meanwhile, 100 years ago, my ancestors were fucking potato farmers in New York, so I'm living more poor than any of that.
Yeah, and you're hypothetical.
That's not as bad as you're trying to make it seem. It's not quite too. That's not that bad.
Irish need not apply.
Well, that's
you were still in Ireland then. So you're hypothetical. You're still in Ireland.
No, I'm saying like my.
Well, in my hypothetical, I'm still in Africa, and my motherfucking outfit is dipped in gold. And I snap my fingers, and a whole thing comes on me, and I get claws.
Like Black Panther.
He's like Black Panther. Like Black Panther.
How about that hypothetical?
No, for real though, my first generation ancestors were Irish potato farmers who lived in New York. Thank you.
Well, thank Carver for finding out that you could get barren land off of peanuts. soil barren land.
Wait, say it again. Was that some science shit? Hold on.
Science is real.
George Washington Carver.
Yeah.
That's what everybody didn't talk about, but his biggest accomplishment was the fact that he used the peanuts and the peanut plants to make barren soil fertile.
Oh, okay.
Because what happened was the white folks gave all the black folks bad land, or the land that they thought was bad, And George Washington Carver came in there and was like, "Bah, get pregnant."
It's funny you mentioned that. That shit is like super advanced agriculturally.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
That's a very agriculturally sophisticated thing to say. And agriculture is not cool. For our generation.
Well, now that all the pot spots is going up, it's gonna be a lot of botanists out there.
Agriculture is cool. That kind of agriculture is cool, right?
A lot of botanists is gonna be popping out of the. I graduated in botany. Well, we know where you're going there, kid.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Botany was like.
I took
that
it
was
in
probably
high school.
My favorite science class. My favorite science class.
I like geology more a little bit. I
don't
know why.
Chemistry. Chemistry is chemistry is like the toughest. That's the toughest college major you can get.
Oh yeah, that shit ain't no joke. When you get that shit down, man, you can do a lot of crazy shit.
I bet.
Yes, absolutely.
I just wasn't in class enough to learn it.
Yeah, chemistry for me, I had this teacher, I'm not joking. I don't remember his name, but he was this older guy. And at my high school, there was a lot of doctors working as professors. They were basically like a professor who's working at a high school, right? Like if your high school botany teacher is named Dr. something, that's a professor working at a high school. Is that fair?
Yep.
No, I think that's very.
I mean, it means they have a PhD.
They can do surgery
in their field.
They can't. No. These people can't do surgery.
They ain't gonna attach your arm back to your shoulder.
They can't do that. But like,
just remember, friend of the show,
Dr. So and so. What's that?
I was just going to say, just remember, friend of the show and host of the Mind and Body Understanding podcast.
I didn't know he was a doctor.
Dr. Jeff Pharion.
That's my guy. He's an emotional doctor.
Actually, his doctorate...
Emotionally attach your arm to your shoulder.
Just to be clear, his doctorate's actually in English. He went into counseling after that.
Well, but that's an interesting. Those are related. Those are certainly related. You got a doctorate in English, and you're psychologist or psychiatrist.
Psychologist,
therapist, right? Psychologist.
Yeah, not he can't be a psychiatrist because you got to be a doctor.
Yeah, you got to be a medical doctor for that.
So,
well, and to be clear, I actually don't think it's in English. I think it's in like educational leadership, and the joke was always that he has a doctorate in football coaching.
Listen.
There you go.
I mean,
there you go.
I don't know if remember to just be shit in the bed. That might be accurate.
Yeah,
you know.
Except in the red zone.
Football and nursing homes are the only place you really see bed shit. Other than food poisoning, I don't know how fast you got to the bathroom. Listen,
that's funny. Yeah, but like I don't know what I was trying to get at. My chemistry teacher. Every time, so he spoke literally like you guys remember Ben Stein.
Yep.
Dry eyes.
I don't know if he's still alive, but
is Ben Stein still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't heard about him dying. We probably
would downloaded his consciousness into a boring ass computer
that talks like this.
Exactly. So
that's your voicemail. That's everybody's voicemail. Ben Stein.
Hello, you've reached Shelby Steele. You can leave a message if you'd like. Hello, this is Clifford Jennings. You can
kindly
leave a message. You know? Yeah, you can. But moral of the story, the guy sounded just like him, and he put me to sleep every fucking time I went into that class. I couldn't stay awake, and I got like a D. And the school, I think the school knew it. The school knew how boring he was and how monotone his voice was. So they were like, "Okay, we understand why you failed. Here's a D."
Let you pass.
They slipped you the D. Is that what you said, Gordon?
We get it.
You know what's even scarier now is that you lose interest watching your favorite show on Netflix for half an hour.
It's true.
What the fuck are they doing to us to where us, the fucking, I don't like calling us millennials.
We're the elder millennials.
The 80s babies that can't watch a show for a half an hour before we're in our phone or doing something. Like, what the fuck?
You know, that's what's that? There's a book, right? It's like something about I forget what it's called. Something about it, attention though. You know,
Gordon is a fucking artist with his phone camera.
Oh my God, it's all over the place.
The angles that he gives are artistic. You are artistic. That right. That's an artist right there. That's a camera. That's a camera artist. Somebody gonna NFT
your nostrils. It stings the nostrils. Oh goodness gracious!
You remember in the Matrix that scene where he takes the red pill, and then he's
what
like,
Matrix are we talking about? The new one or the
first
old
one?
one?
The original,
The good one. The first, I heard the most recent one was shitty.
I like.
I'm not even gonna watch it because I was such a fan of the originals.
I liked it. I loved the
you liked it.
It was a little meta. It got a little up its own ass.
It's real heady.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, you're easily impressed, Cliff. So. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know, but you know,
you should. I would like to know your input.
Yeah.
What you about to say, Mike?
I'm a harsh movie critic.
So
I am too. But that one, I liked it.
So speaking of harsh movie critic, in between all this shit this week, I ended up going and seeing The Batman.
Oh.
That movie. So have you ever watched a movie and been like, I know people are going to say this is a good movie, but I can't keep my eyes open because it's really fucking boring?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the Batman. That's the Batman.
Well, that's going to fuck me over because the Batmans are usually like that for me.
Well, and this
the
one...
last Batman...
You didn't like any of them?
The last... And I'm going to be honest, and I know people are going to be like, that was the weakest, and nobody liked that. The last Batman that... And this is mostly because of the time that it came out, that kept my attention was the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. As
oh
no! that was
Mr.
like
Freeze.
In the 90s, right?
Yeah.
He was Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and the Ivy
Nice
was,
to meet you.
Wasn't it Uma Thurman? Not Uma Thurman. It was,
Uma Thurman was Poison Ivy.
And Batman was George Clooney.
Yes.
I don't know, is he? That's probably why my mom took me to see that. Because she always said George Clooney was the.
That's got to be one of the worst. Doesn't it have to be one of the worst?
Not Batman new, movies? But.
Not like that one and the one that had Jim Carrey.
Oh, Jim
as
Carrey.
The Riddler.
Jim Carrey was the Riddler.
What was the one with Joe Pesci as the Penguin? That was a good one.
That's Batman Returns.
No, it wasn't Joe Pesci. It was
Danny DeVito.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah, Danny DeVito was Penguin and Batman Returns.
I used to mix them up all the time back in the day too. And they don't even look alike. It's just
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I always mix them up.
I mean, they're both short. I guess
that's probably
Italian men, huh?
True.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, circling.
Maybe I'm on to something.
Maybe you are. But circling back to the Batman, like it's done different. So I will give it credit. It's something we've never seen with Batman before. Like it's very much more a detective story or a film noir. And
Ooh,
I get
like
that's what Batman was originally. The comic book was called something Detective Stories. It was, I forget what it was called, but it was like something detectives.
I know what you're talking about.
And that's all well and good. Like I get that. The flip side of it is like for me, that's not what I'm going for when I see a comic book movie. So Cliff, to your point, you may actually like it, and I actually had that thought while I was watching the movie. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna be bored as shit by it. Like
I'll probably like it.
I'm not sure. I will tell you that
How long is it?
Like 3 fucking hours. That was part of the problem.
See, that intrigues me. I was hoping you said like 2:15.
What?
I was kind of hoping you said that. I think
You are more than welcome to go see it. I will tell you that like it had, and the problem was that it had
I'm
like
not going outside for that.
No, I know what you mean, but like it'll be on HBO Max.
For a movie,
it'll be on HBO Max.
Outside for that long?
For a movie, I mean.
But
yeah, like going out, like no, like I'll go to a bar before I ever go to a movie theater.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying with that.
So if I'm going to be out that long for 3 hours, it won't be at a movie theater. I'm gonna go to like a.
Would you go to a comedy club for that long?
Yeah.
Would you go to a comedy club?
Yeah, I definitely would.
'Cause that's a bar.
But that's more interactive, though. Right? You know what I mean? Like the person is there.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
Oh,
and it's not that deep to where you feel like you're in a coliseum watching a comedy show. You're sitting in a room
in a table,
and they're telling that's different.
Yeah, and Gordon, you'll appreciate.
I feel like I'm involved with that. I guess you could say.
Yeah, I get that. It's more interactive.
And that may be narcissistic, but I don't know.
So
I just feel like I'm involved.
So Gordon,
I don't know how it's narcissistic, but maybe it is.
So circling back to the bar idea, and Cliff, I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The trolley district is open. I just found that out.
What is that? What is that?
So Gordon, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember that old trolley barn like 2 blocks from your house here in Columbus off of Franklin Park?
Yeah.
So they have completely renovated that entire area.
Yes.
They have completely renovated.
It wasn't even 2 blocks.
Yeah, it was like a block. Yes, you're right. It's like one block.
Did they housed buses in there?
They did for a while, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So what they have done is they've completely renovated that area. And they now have, there are 2 bars that are open at the East Market is what they're calling it.
Oh, you did something we need to check.
And they will have the food establishments open probably before summer. And that's
You know what's funny? The first time, like when we first moved into that house, there was gunshots, like regularly.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But...
See, you've missed all the white folks coming
regular.
In.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they did it quick too. They call us roaches.
Shit was happening like all the time. But hold on. But like as time passed, because I was at that house for about 10 years, it slowed down. So like, you know, that's just the gentrification came in right when right after I moved in.
Since you've been gone, listen.
Since you've been gone.
It's nothing but, boy. I'm just telling you, they moved in like.
Oh, especially like the last 5 to 10 years. It's absurd.
Man.
Like, I bought my house foreclosed in 2010 for $18K. I could probably sell it. If I did some work, I could clear 200 on it.
Holy crap.
If they knew I moved in with you don't even have to do any 2 times as much.
You don't even have to fucking do any work, and you're gonna make a huge amount of money.
Oh yeah, no, I could probably right now, and I don't want to go too far into this because it's equity stuff, but the house is valued at about 140, 150, and I could probably get 200 in the open market for it.
Oh my God. Holy crap, that's so much money.
Well, it is, but the problem is I've got a home equity line that we use to finance the other house, the down payment on the other house. So.
Right. Well, how much? Well, yeah, like you said, that's getting into.
We need to getting too much into numbers, but we can talk offline.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm about to get you.
Podcast. David Ramsey, you know.
Who's David Ramsey?
He's a financial guy.
Oh yeah, about, dude, like, that you was talking about.
Yeah, like he talks about, you know, don't have debt. You know, talks about budgeting. All I don't really know a whole lot about him, but I just know he's a financial guy. If you're trying to get out of debt and make money, Dave Ramsey's the guy to listen to.
I mean, the problem is that, and actually to make money, you need to incur debt. That's the only way you can really make money. Is you've got to have capital to begin with.
I agree.
That's also true.
You gotta spend it to make it.
Right. And especially real estate.
Don't take it.
I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means.
That means you gotta buy in, baby. That means that the same way that you talking about your spirituality, if you ready to go in, you going in. But I mean that financially. You have to I hear what you're saying. You gotta take feel chances. What I'm saying? Scared money don't make it.
And there ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Listen, there it goes.
I was gonna throw one out there. I was gonna try and throw a common line in, but I can't think of any.
Listen, I appreciate you trying to keep the flow going. Show me what you got on your mind. Tell me something, Beard. James Harden.
Nah, that's old man. That's old man LeBron. Didn't you know?
That's a motherfucking nigga right there.
Looking like Greg Oden over here.
What you got on your mind, baby?
Shit, man. Yo, come back to me on that one.
What's your plans this weekend? What you got going on? You sitting in the house like me?
Nah, man, I got the weekend off, so I try to get into something. I don't really do too much shit, but I get a bottle, go to somebody's house and play like dominoes or shit, get on the cards.
You know dominoes what I mean? That's
some true nigga shit. Dominoes.
This is the shit I miss.
It is.
Some old school nigga shit. Dominoes.
You know what this shit right here reminds me of with these 4 screens?
What?
GoldenEye, baby. GoldenEye, baby. Give me the golden gun in the temple. Let's go, bitches.
I was thinking about gold. So like GoldenEye segues very nicely into like, you know, Russia. And,
How about it?
Doesn't it though?
How about it? I think so.
You know, the GoldenEye. Bordis was like a computer guy.
And everybody wanted them Russian guns. That was the first thing I was looking for. As soon as you killed a motherfucker, I'm picking your gun up. Now,
have you ever looked at the Club was like a weak gun, but it was like interesting.
One of them hand.
Didn't matter if we were on license to kill, baby.
Right.
It's based on a Russian.
It was like a Russian Uzi.
Yes. And then the Mac 10 or Mac 11 was it Mac 10 or Mac 11? That
I can't remember which one was in the game.
That's a real gun, but it's also really useless because
you wouldn't have
it shoots
in the
everywhere. It's like when you shoot it, but
and high jam possibility.
Probably, but like
ain't no probably about it. That's a fact. High jam probability.
It shoots. If so, it was designed with the silencer, and the silencer makes it more accurate. But like whenever you see it shot, it's never shot with the silencer.
That's what they said in the game. But you know what? it has to be true. That has to be true.
What?
Because you're still extending your barrel, so
Yeah.
your pressure buildup is still greater, though you have that silencer on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it has longer for the bullet to travel.
Yeah, because
which
then
makes
it's
your
more accurate.
shot more accurate.
If you have the silencer on there, it's more accurate.
Right. So that has to be true.
But you never see it shot. You never ever see it shot with the silencer. It's always.
What do you mean, like in real life?
And it's shooting everywhere.
Nobody can afford that. First of all, in real life, you have to have a license just to have a silencer. So you would have to have a license steal that gun from somebody who had a license. I'm not
say that one more time.
Encouraging anything. I'm just saying that's the only way you're gonna come across a silencer.
Is if you bought it from somebody who had a license for a silencer?
So there's two things you have to have a license for. That's a true to life silencer, and you have to have a license to have a fully automatic weapon. That's not like a Mac Uzi, like a fully automatic AR or AK. Like you can't have a fully automatic nothing legally.
But you can make a semi-automatic fully automatic.
No, you can make all that.
It's just
easy.
Illegal.
Right.
It's illegal.
Right.
Exactly.
But so I thought that those licenses and things, you know what? Let me preface all this. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I thought that it was easier to get these automatic weapons that were manufactured pre-19, was it 1975, 1976, 1980 something. Where there was an automatic weapons ban in the United States, like the stuff that was built or manufactured before then, you can buy those without.
That's why black folks been screaming for years. The government has been putting guns in the neighborhood. You're not getting nothing like that. It's just not happening because it's a modified weapon at the end of the day. So if you have it, were you smart enough to modify it? It's possible that you know somebody that was in the military that knows enough to do that, but it's not that probable that everywhere has them. It's just not. Yeah.
What's up with the Draco? These Dracos that
you can buy that right now.
That's an automatic weapon, correct?
No, it's not. You buy it comes out the gate semi. You got to modify it to make it a fully, unless you know like the distributors and they're making them.
Is it easy to make it fully automatic?
If you know what you're doing, it's not hella hard, but
they had that shit back with the little bump stocks. Them shit was legal to sell.
Yeah, you can't have a Draco with a stock on it.
You can't do it no more.
Well,
I just know that's what killed
Dolph,
what's his name?
Young Dolph.
Yeah, Dolph. That's what killed Young Dolph. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can have a Draco with a stock. Well, you're not supposed to, and it all depends on state by state, but you're not supposed to have a pistol with a stock on it. And that's what a Draco is. Well, that's what that Draco was at the end of the day, because it was a mini. And your barrel has to be at least 16 inches to be considered a rifle. And the whole reason why they'll allow the rifle to be fully is because it's harder to pull a rifle out and shoot fully automatic shots than it is to pull a little There was a video on the internet of a female who had her Draco in her purse and was showing you how you could enter in without, and it was a whole Draco. It was a mini. It was a micro. It can't be a micro.
That shit can't be. That shit is not safe for anybody.
But it's pistol. It's considered a pistol.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you have a fully automatic pistol, because I just remember I was.
But you got to remember they're not fully. It's even that Draco. She has to pull it. It's only going to shoot as fast as she can pull that trigger. And the faster she pulls the trigger, the less accurate
So
she's going to be.
look
Right.
at my finger.
Right, and that means you're not accurate. You're not accurate.
Yeah, at that
The
point.
person who's going to be accurate
so you're
is
not accurate
boom,
pulling. You're not accurate pulling.
boom.
That I just remember when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was fake, but then it turned out to be real. It was like the fully automatic Glock, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" But it's like
that's more accurate, though. That's more accurate.
A pistol that's fully automatic is a waste of fucking.
Well, see,
it's a waste of gun.
No. See, that's
I'm sure it's scary. It's scary.
That's the misconception, though. That's the misconception, is that when you're shooting a Draco or an AR, you're shooting at least a 5.56, or the bullet is bigger. When you're shooting a pistol or a 9mm, your shots are right on target. There's no kick, because there's barely any kick when you shoot a 9mm pistol.
Maybe you're right.
So when you shoot a rifle with a 9mm round, you're hitting the target back to back, squeezing it quick, because there's no kick up. But when you're shooting a rifle, it's popping up every time.
A fully automatic rifle has kickback, you're saying.
Right. Unless you're a soldier, you don't know where to place your hand after every shot. You got to readjust your sight if you're shooting a rifle. But if you're shooting a Glock or a pistol, it's over.
When I see people shooting like handguns, the shit kicks back, right? I mean, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely kicks back.
I mean, I've never shot a handgun. Full disclosure, I've never shot a handgun. So,
that's what's
I don't know what
you
I'm
might
talking about,
we'll come visit one time and we'll take you to the range.
Take you to the sundown town?
Listen, they got sundown towns, and then I just found out about the all black Onyx range.
Oh, there you go.
It's not all black, but it's black.
It's black owned and operated.
Black owned and operated.
Right, but they definitely allow. There's white people in pictures, so I'm not saying
that shit is necessary, isn't it? Like, it's not okay for the black gun range is not going to be acceptable, right? So there has to be.
They gotta have their token.
Operated gun range, right?
You gotta have your Reggie.
But what I'm saying, though, the funny thing is, even Mike making that joke, the sundown town or whatever, that was the most comfortable I've ever been at the gun range.
Yeah, that's
ever
what you
in my
said.
life.
It was leaving the gun range that was the problem.
Nobody made me feel any kind of way. It was a good experience. The problem was getting there.
Yeah, and leaving.
That was the problem.
It was tough to find.
Yeah, man, it's very tough to find. And you gotta drive through some shit to get there.
I think I like
it. Ain't no way you can get there without.
I like tough to find. I like that. It's difficult to get there. Once you get there, you know other people are not going to be able to easily get there. I think that's
true.
I think that's a good thing.
At the same time, you got to get out of there too.
Right.
And you got to get out there with all your guns.
Once you've been a couple of times, you can get out quickly. I'm sure, like, once you've been a few times, it's no trouble to get out, you know.
Well, you still got to deal with small town Ohio cops is what you got to deal with.
And you come in as a black man with all your guns. That's a nice long drive before you hit a freeway. It's about at least a 15-minute drive down bullshit roads for you even hit a freeway. That's the issue. You got to go there in the daytime. You got to call off work. You got to hit there about 12 and get out of there about 4 or 5.
Depending on the time of year.
Sounds like a full day experience.
Well, I mean, you don't have to stay at the gun range for 4 or 5 hours, and most people don't have the ammo to do that. But
how much money would that cost
to shoot for about 4 or 5 hours? You gotta think a box of ammo right now, depending on the weapon, and I'm going with like the AR. It's going to be 25 a box. 25 is a box of 20. A clip holds 30. You can go through a whole 30 round mag in less than a minute, but I doubt you would be shooting like that. So I would say you would have to have at least 30 some boxes for that trip.
So
That, so 30 something times 25
$25 a piece.
Yeah.
That's, well, let's just say 30 at 20. That's $150.
You're talking 600, $800.
Right.
How much?
600. If you're going 30 by 20, it's 600. If it's by
$600,
25, it's
and that's
closer
like
to 7.
That's like a day.
8.
That's a day of shooting.
Well, about a half a day, probably from 12 to 5, and that's if you space your shots out.
It's very expensive.
That's if you're not
Expensive
going
hobby.
crazy and just shooting crazy. But if you're actually like aiming for shit and trying to hit your shots, you can make that stretch that much.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how you should be shooting, right? You shouldn't be
right,
like
not just having fun. You're supposed
wasting
to be
ammo,
honing your skills.
But that's what that Mac 10 or Mac 11. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's spraying everything.
When I saw him shoot, it was like,
yeah.
And there was no accuracy. It was totally just ridiculous everywhere.
You hit somebody, even if you're a good shot, you may hit somebody with a Mac with the first 6, 7 shots. After that, it's kicking up, it's doing all that. You're not accurate anymore. Your first shot, your first few shots are going to be the most accurate with that Mac.
But I think it's a weapon of terror.
Right, yeah. Right. There's really no reason to have it. Like, and it doesn't make sense, right? Because even if you were like a wild dude, like I'm crazy and I want to kill somebody, that should not ever be your weapon of choice.
Because you're not going to kill somebody.
Right. Like you would be better off with a 6-shot revolver than riding, unless you're going to walk straight up on them. It doesn't make sense.
Like a police pistol.
This podcast went somewhere weird.
Here we are.
I think a police pistol would probably be better better than that the Mac 10.
Exactly. You can put your shots where you want them. You can't do that with a fully auto like that. Most fully autos.
Well, I mean, I think the M16 is pretty accurate, right? Because it's like semi-automatic. Like, I
mean, I would say it depends on if you got it, if it's military built for semi, or if you adjusted it, that's going to account too.
But if you're just shooting like 4 shots, you know, and you have a second, the barrel has a second to kind of like fall down, you know, like that seems to be pretty accurate. I don't know. That's how you're supposed to shoot. Say it again.
That's how you're supposed to shoot them little short bursts.
That's how you're supposed to shoot. Yeah. Exactly. That's correct. I think that's how. Let's keep
it a buck. You're supposed to shoot whatever works best
for you,
in
that situation.
Yeah, if that short burst or squeezing that motherfucker.
The thing that made me like kind of like start talking about this was the Matrix, when Morpheus tops out of the car and he's got a Glock. It's a fully automatic Glock, which is a real gun, by the way. Right. It's a real thing. Mm-hmm. That shit really exists. But like you pull the trigger and it just fires fully automatic, but it's a handgun. So there's no chance of it shooting in the same direction at the same time. It's just not going to do that. It's too light of a gun. There's no way it's going to stay.
Well, we're in the Matrix, and he's learned how to bend physics. Right. It's fine.
But I would say even if that was real life, it would be more accurate than shooting that Mac.
I want to, man. Like I wish I could. I wish we had the money to test that, because like I just.
Well, come on up. I'll fund it.
And then I think the Mac would be more accurate.
And then are we doing that one-handed like a pistol, or are we like, does the Mac have one of them holders?
No.
Like or are you just holding it like this, like a pistol? Because if you're just holding it like a pistol against a Glock, I would go with the Glock.
No, I would go with the Mac. I would go with the Mac because the Mac weighs more, right?
Yeah. Right, you would think, right, because it weighs more, there would be more balance to it, but at the same time, you know how there's no barrel to it. It's just that's why I said the only way you're going to control it is if it had that little mini grip on it. No, you know the little foregrip that some of them have.
Yeah, like
so you can hold it, but a Glock,
the Heckler and Koch, the Heckler and Koch grip in the front.
I don't know what kind of grip, but as long as you got one. But with the Glock, you can hold it.
Do you know why?
I'm going with the Glock.
Sorry. The reason I mentioned that is because there's a video game where there's you have an HK, and you're like, it's like, do you remember Time Crisis? You guys remember Time Crisis? One of my favorites.
One of my favorites.
I don't know if you played it.
I beat that
Time
actually.
Crisis. Did you actually like it?
I beat the entire game, and
I think
it was at an arcade.
It wasn't. Yeah.
It took me probably about $20 in tokens.
I mean, we did that with Jurassic Park, didn't we?
Yeah, we beat Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. That was Turok. Was it
Turok Dinosaur Hunter?
Yeah, I never played the arcade version though. I only played the N64 when it came out on N64.
That was like the first game that came out on N64, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of them. Yeah, it definitely was one of them. That one, the jet ski when we was just talking about that. What was it?
Wave Runner.
Wave Runner, was it?
Yeah, Wave Runner 64.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All topped by GoldenEye.
I was looking at that. Like, it had some good music. They had like some good music in that game. But back to Time Crisis. Time Crisis was like, so Wave Runner is nice, and Turok's nice, but Time Crisis is like distilled. Like, this is the shit.
I think they still may have that in all of that makes any sense. I think no, it does. I think they still have that at like the Magic Mountains and shit. Like Time Crisis, the game where you
what about
the
Dave
pedal
and Buster's? Like that
still
that,
in
that
the
should tell you.
Yeah.
Game. The game's like 20 years old. That should tell you like this is maybe like a sweet spot, right? Like they figured it out. Like if they got to a sweet spot and like they remade it a couple of times. Time Crisis 2 was pretty good also, right? But like the first one,
that was where the barrels, where they would throw the barrels off the top of the
barrels, like with the pedal, and you would step out with the pedal, and then you would shoot, and it was a handgun, right? And I don't know why. I think it was movies. I just got the idea that like shooting the handgun with one hand didn't make any sense. So shooting it with two hands, like this made more sense than that, right?
Right.
And it makes sense because you're able to steady the barrel easier with two hands.
So
it makes more sense.
Right? So speaking of games, just real quick, I got one for you, Gordon. Mad Dog, you don't stand a chance. Let's go get him, stranger.
Did you ever play that on the Wii?
No.
Gordon, neither one of y'all did?
No.
They had it on
the last
Wii.
time I played it was on the computer.
Y'all never came up. Listen,
they need to make it for VR. That game needs a VR port.
That would be ridiculous.
Listen,
we might have to cut you up a bit, but we'll make you fit.
Before Karma was born, the Wii came out. And I found out the Wii had Mad Dog.
Oh shit!
And we got that. But shout out to Michelle with her weak ass. She definitely put in with me on it. But I had Mad Dog and I had all the shit. I even had the pistols like that you put
for the Wii's
thing in. Man,
now was this the actual arcade or what? Because Mad Dog was an arcade. It was an arcade.
Was it really? I didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
There actually, it makes more sense that it was an arcade than
a PC game. Yeah.
Right. No, it wasn't. I mean, but it seemed like it was. It probably was the arcade version on the Wii.
Yeah.
because that man, listen, that was
that
I
game.
still don't think I beat it.
I
didn't
feel
beat
like
it even on the Wii.
I feel like Gordon and I played that game a shit ton.
I remember us staying the night over at your dad's house,
right.
and me and Gordon down in the office playing Mad Dog.
Yeah,
Y'all was still asleep. Me and Gordon down in your dad's office playing Mad Dog.
Because that's the Satan in that game. It's just like that's the Satan in that game. Is it just like pulls you in?
It does.
That was
and then
that was
you're
a
like,
good game. It was a
like,
fucking video game because I remember Mad Dog 2 was at the dollar movies.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I remember the I don't remember which one, but it was at a movie theater.
Yeah, Mad Dog 2 was at the dollar movies, and I remember that because my mom was mad because she went into the movie and the movie was starting, but I had already started Mad Dog, but she didn't know that I'd already played it with Gordon. So I knew where to shoot.
So you played through.
Game. She comes out of the movie. The movie's been on for like a half an hour or so, and she's like, what's going on? What are you? Not until this life is over, right? And I
know this game.
3 levels.
So wait,
it might be.
Hold on. Tell the story one more time. So you go to the movie.
I was at the dollar movies. My mom is buying the tickets, popcorn, whatever. I say, Mom, let me play this game right fast while you doing that. She's like, all right. I do it. She didn't know I had already played it with you. So now this is my first time. I'm not using a mouse. I'm using the gun. So I'm popping shit. So the game's still going, and she notices when she comes back, like, okay, I'll let you finish. I'm going into the thing. I'm popping shit still. She comes back out like 25, half an hour later, like, what's going on?
Cliff's still on his same quarter. Cliff's still on the same quarter because he's already memorized the map.
I had memorized because at least like the first 5-6 maps.
You were that good at that point.
Right. She couldn't do it.
Oh,
I remember getting in trouble and everything. I remember that specifically.
That's hilarious.
That's
That's the first one. Because remember Mad Dog 2, the first one is when you riding up on the horse and wagon.
Yeah.
And the dude's shot with the arrows on the side.
Yeah.
Shoot to the left.
I remember it vividly.
Shoot to the right, 2 of them. Yeah, you can't stop me, baby. I know what it is.
Hilarious. That's so funny. That's so funny. That is so goddamn funny.
Elephant. I don't forget shit.
Oh man.
Unless it's short term.
Do you remember? It's kind of unrelated, but like around that time was when we got this instant messenger.
Hey, I am.
Some of the best days of my life. No, I'm just.
I think we were talking to Ashley.
Into sex chats.
Were we talking to Ashley Pharion on the?
Listen, my instant messenger was like my Facebook. I had hella friends on there.
Sounded like some filtering was going on there just now. Filtering of information.
Well, remember what instant messenger used to be.
Hella friends.
I have friends. You know? I have friends from where we went to school. I have friends from other places. I have friends with instant messengers. Don't play with me now. I had
play with Cliff on the instant messenger.
I had sexting friends.
That's hilarious.
He was sexting before it was
into the sex chats. It was probably a dude.
It definitely was.
That's the chat roulette.
Right.
That was the precursor to chat roulette. You just had to do it with words. Didn't we have a chat
roulette? We had something like that, didn't we?
Yeah, there was. God, I don't remember. But yes,
we had something else.
Something
similar.
That motherfucker say, brrr, brrr, brrr. You can hop on that bitch at night. Motherfuckers knew what you was doing. They was like, we hopping on there and talk to you and chat. Brilliant, dude.
That would be hilarious if your mom came in and was like, who the fuck are you talking to? Oh, it's Ashley Franklin over here. You know that's a dude, right? You know it's a man, don't you?
That's a dude.
Oh,
put your
fucking
Mom. Shit in your pants.
That's funny.
She's not even here to defend herself.
Tell you what it is. Listen, yep. I don't know what it's to do. This ain't a glory hole. I don't know it's to do. I don't know what it is. I'm just a young go-getter.
Young sprite.
And I'm gonna go get it.
Exactly. I'm gonna go get it. That's hilarious.
Listen, now I'm an old head. I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, Cliff and I have switched places.
Goddamn right.
Is that right?
That's right.
Hey, do you guys remember the
But you know what's crazy is that still works though.
That's true.
What?
That I don't leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, that
like
works.
I don't want to
that
be
works
bothered.
100% with bitches.
That still works.
Like when you're if a girl's
but I still don't want it. So you lost still.
Yeah, but like if you're like no, that shit is magnetic to bitches. Cause they can't figure out why doesn't this guy want me? You know? Why doesn't he want me? You know, like, and then that just pulls them in even more. They're just stuck.
Uh-huh. It's very true. I'm running into that right now.
I'm trying to work the right question, right?
What's the right question?
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to leave dead space, but I'm trying to figure it out because
we'll put some music in there. Put some ding 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 ding.
That was a nice little something too. Okay. So here's my thing, right?
Let's hear it.
And
where are we, by the way? I don't know. So last time I was paying attention, we were doing the inadvertence. And I think that
this whole show has been inadvertence. It's fine.
I think that got us here.
I don't ever know how we get where we go.
There's something to be said about when you lose track. There's something like when you're in the presence of people who you have large amounts of your life in common with.
Right.
You are likely to lose track. I think this is something that happens with most people who because this is the core group. You know, like I've known you guys the longest out of really anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Like just being honest. This is the group of
ain't
guys
nothing to be honest about. We know the truth.
Right. I hate to break it to us. We're fucking old now. We've known each other for 30 plus fucking years.
All right.
30 fucking years we've known each other.
Okay. So fuck it. I got a
oldest group. Like we've known each other the longest amount of time. So I think this is something that happens commonly amongst people who know each other this length of time. Just time probably loses its essence.
It does.
You probably, you know what I'm saying? You lose the essence of time when you're with people who you have so much in common with and you care about so much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's something that,
I mean, to be frank, based on conversations I've had with other people, This is rare, fellas. It really is. And
No, I think I've heard that a time or two.
And Cliff and I, like, it's funny. Like, I say I love you to Cliff all the time, and it's like you're closer than any, even family. Yeah. Like, I've known you longer.
I love you,
you and I.
I love you too, my G.
Love you guys.
Don't think that. Don't think. Don't think that for a minute. But I got an inadvertent.
All right, what you got?
Let's mix this up for a second.
Just to let you know, this is probably going to be the last topic, so it better be a good one.
Well, it's crazy. This is a crazy inadvertent. It ain't about Russia or Ukraine. So I was watching porn the other day, right? And I was thinking, like, everybody always talks about the women, but you gotta be a wild fucking boy to be touching dicks as a dude in a porn video.
What kind of porn are you watching?
Wait, hold on.
You know
on.
how it goes. Like,
hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait, explain. I'm confused.
Like, you know how it goes, like when they be, I don't want to get all into it, giving fellatio, and like they'll like,
I think I see what you're saying. If the girl is like a
yeah, like shit, like oh yeah, all that, like it's like
aggressively touching these dicks.
Right, like I know that, like that makes me feel uncomfortable, right? Clearly, it makes me feel uncomfortable watching it. So clearly, it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. And by no means am I saying you're weird, but it's like, I don't know, like it throws me off. Like I'll be thrown off. Like I can't watch this anymore.
You know what it is? You're not a female, and so you can't relate. You can't relate to what's happening. That's very interesting too, because I have a very good friend of mine that used to keep it a buck with me. And she used to be like, sometimes I get turned on by dude porn. And I used to be like, what? And she'd be like, I don't know what it is, but something about a dudes and dudes turned me on. And I was like, but I couldn't really judge because it's like, I get it. Right? Like, I get it from a male standpoint. I like girl and girl.
Right. Right.
I can't quite relate why you would like that, but I would think even girls like girl and girl, right?
And they do. I think they do.
So the dude and dude is a little different to me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna judge. That's what you
can't judge kinks, man. You can't judge what turns somebody on.
And I'm not mad at you, but I'm just saying I'm never gonna turn you on.
At least in that manner. Never in that manner.
Right. But shit.
I'm just curious, what is on your neck? What is that? Is that a B or are those B's?
It's crosses.
The crosses.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right, fellas. Well, we are past the 2-hour mark by a bit. It's usually the point where we start.
2 hours?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this shit went by quick.
It does, and we'll have to do this again.
Jesus Cristo. Listen, Jesus.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What happened?
See, Cliff, you had to go to this topic, and who do I get a text from?
Who?
Char.
No. She doesn't listen. She never listened to this show when we were fucking together.
Right.
Worse.
Are we off or on? What are you talking about? I'm not discussing none of this.
Of course, girls like guy and guy, just like dudes like girl on girl. From my mother. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
I love my fucking wreath. I love my fucking wreath.
Tell her I hope she's doing okay.
I love my wreath.
Oh, she's watching the show live, I'm sure.
Listen, I love her, man. I love my wreath.
All right, and with that level of uncomfortability for me,
Listen,
Shelby, you got any parting thoughts?
I love y'all.
I love you too.
Love
man.
you too, man.
Shelby.
Gordon?
Fuck y'all. No, I don't know. I don't got nothing valuable for you.
You've been full of pearls.
Give us a sale. Show us what you good at. Sell us.
Here's the sale. If you've been thinking about something for the last month, I think you should take action on it. And instead of just thinking about it and just pondering on it, I think you should take action and make something happen. Do something about it. If it's a bitch, if it's money, if it's like just maybe it's a family member who you feel like you just haven't connected with recently. I think you should connect with that person and just take action. That's what I'll leave with you guys. Take action. Just take action in your life. Just take fucking action.
Amen, but amen, my G.
Action.
On your life.
All right.
Click. We are in there.
What you got,
it's
Cliff?
rolling. Well, since action has been taken and the cameras are rolling, like, subscribe, share, tune in next time to Do Fools Agree on
not next week.
Entertainment Network. Oh, next week.
Next week we are off.
Unless I feel like we may be able to make something happen.
Unless Cliff wants to run the show. So I'm all for it. Go for it.
Well, we will figure it out. But you go ahead, big guy.
I love you guys all. I love all you guys. Appreciate the time.
I love you.
Always
love you
a
too.
good time.
Love you too.
And we got to do this again.
Oh, for sure.
Peace out, fools.
All right.